Okay. All right. So welcome to Wellness Wednesday with Dr. Corey Cooper and Dr. Rachel Davis. I'm Dr. Rachel Davis. I am a very blessed Emerald Ambassador with Plexus. I am a pharmacist and I have been practicing over 20 years. And what I know for sure is I didn't know that Plexus was the blessing that I didn't know I needed. Or now I know that Plexus was the blessing I didn't know I needed. Right. So as a pharmacist and as people are joining in, I'm just gonna and tell a little bit about my testimony about Plexus and how I came, my Plexus story. So as a pharmacist, as a mom, as a wife, someone in my 40s, I thought, oh, I had this life thing figured out, right? I understood that I've always had allergies. I always will. I know that I'll always have an allergist. I'll be on antibiotics and steroids. I knew how to manage it, and I was fine. I was moderately active. I understood that getting older meant I was going to have some joint pain and discomfort, and deciding to have marathons in my 40s was just normal, right? To be achy and having a working outside the home and having a very stressful life, a very busy life, very full life means sometimes I'll be tired. Means sometimes I just won't feel my best. And it's fine because guess what? This is normal. We're all feeling like this. Me, all my peers, all my colleagues, all my friends, my siblings, people of our age group, even growing up, I remember in college, you stay up long hours, and all the reasons why it's okay not to feel good. But in walks Plexus, my sister, who is my dentist, Dr. Adrienne Williams, encouraged me to take a look at Plexus for what was going on in my oral health. She was having to keep retreating things, and she was like, there's something, I think you really need to look at Plexus and the probiotics and getting rid of this inflammation. I think it really is going to help you with root cause. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll do it because I trusted her and I felt like I can try it. I did not fully understand though. So I was skeptical and I didn't understand the full impact that your health has on your overall health because I'm a pharmacist, right? I understand about disease states. I understand about pathology. I understand about pharmacology. I counsel patient on what to expect when they are diagnosed with diseases, how to manage it, what to expect when they're onboarding medications, even over the counter products. I mean, we have some limited information on that. When we're in school, nutrition is a small piece of what we learn. But we over time we integrate, over the counter medications. How they can be used to treat symptoms. So I had to figure it out. I had to figure it out. But now that I know, and after my sister encouraged me to really start to take a deeper look at the health of my gut through the Plexus products. I started to do research outside of the company that kept pointing me back to ingredients that are in the products. Oh, we have that. Oh, we have that. And so I started telling people, hey, I think that, having a good gut health regimen with Plexus, getting on a triplex, and we'll talk about that later, things like that. It's natural because it's what we do. What we do as healthcare providers and what we fundamentally do as people who generally care about other people. We find something that works and we tell them. So tonight, Dr. Corey Cooper and I decided Let's talk about the business opportunity with Plexus and what it means to us as healthcare professionals and why we decided to start looking at the business opportunity, in addition to helping people onboard great quality products. So right now you know a little bit about me. I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Corey Cooper, and she can share her testimony, how she came to learn about Plexus and why she's so passionate about continuing to share. Dr. Corey, take it away.
All right. So I am in my car. I got my little phone light on. So hopefully we're doing okay for let's take the seatbelt off. I'm parked, so I'm not like actually driving. So let's take the seatbelt off. Okay. So I'm sorry, I just left a work event. So that's why I'm dialing in from my car. But really excited to be with you tonight and share a little bit about the business. I know we talk about the products a lot. For those of you I haven't had a chance to meet, I'm Dr. Corey Cooper, pharmacist as well, alongside Dr. Rachel. And I have been a pharmacist for over 20 years. And you lose track of time after a while. And one of the things that I learned soon enough, very quickly, being a pharmacist, and so I kind of had, I've always sort of had this interest in business. So when I was in pharmacy school, I was seeing like different opportunities with for pharmacists that I was kind of shadowing and mentoring. And so I started my consulting business early in pharmacy school. And I recognized the opportunity for me to be able to not only have a full-time, I was okay with having a full-time job working as a pharmacist, but I also recognize this idea of always wanting to have some additional income. So I had the consulting business, and the thing about the consulting business is like, so it kind of, it pays you a lot for one activity, and then there's like a break, right? Because obviously you're doing other things, and so you take a break. So I continued that. But in the process of continuing that, I recognized that, well, how do you have more, consistent income? So not just this, these amounts here and there. So from consulting, I was like, okay, I'm going to start. I had this idea while I was in pharmacy school to start a clinic. And so it was opportunity. So pharmacists can bill for their services. I was like, okay, I'm going to partner with a physician. I'll start a clinic. And so I was just, there was a lot of overhead. There was a lot of different things I went through to try to create this opportunity of running a clinic, which was in line with what I thought I should be doing because I was a pharmacist. I'm like, I should be doing things in practice. And so again, I kind of came to this place of, this is a lot of work and really expensive to try to keep, pushing this idea forward. Then I got rid of that idea. I was like, you know what, I'm going to do a nonprofit. So, it's like it's this continual thing of knowing that we were meant to do something more than just work for someone else, but not knowing exactly what that opportunity was. I wasn't quite sure how to maximize that sense I had, that I knew I was here for something bigger, and I knew that what I was supposed to contribute to the world was beyond me just showing up to a job every day. So, fast forward, the nonprofit thing also was a little bit too much work, right? It was a struggle to sort of get that off the ground. Go ahead and make sure you're on mute for those of you who just joined. So welcome to the call. Just make sure that you're on mute for us. So part of my experience in starting these different businesses was really understanding that the mindset of a person who's going to do a business is very different than a person who is sort of focused on just being an employee. And I could see in working in my job, became very successful in my pharmacy career, I work as a medical director now. So it's just still working in full time in this job, putting a lot of hours in, putting a lot of energy in, putting a lot of time in, and realizing that there's really only so far I can go. We actually had a meeting today where we were talking about recognition. How do we, as leaders, recognize the people on our teams who are overperforming, and what do we do to show them that their contributions are valuable? And we were saying, and it was all these non-tangible things. And we know that really the way you show people that they're appreciated is usually you increase their salary, you give them a bonus, you give them something tangible that they can take home. We couldn't offer people that. We were trying to figure out ways to make them feel good about their work that didn't require us to spend any money. And so I sit here and I think about the opportunity to be in Plexus, the opportunity to be in network marketing. And I think about the opportunity of being rewarded. Rewarded continuously for the work that you put in. So every day when I'm working in my Plexus business, when I am sharing the products, when I'm sharing my experience, I am not only providing value to someone by either one, the transfer of value of the product, so these products that are potentially life-changing, so people will have a life-changing experience from using these products, or I'm exposing someone to the business who could potentially change their financial future. So again, life-changing opportunity through this business. And as a result of that transfer of value, then I get the opportunity to get recognized. I think we all kind of understand that, because in the workplace, you get recognition, and with the business, there's no different. So the key thing though is that there isn't, when I look at the opportunities with Plexus, I know there's not a ceiling. I don't have to go back and say, oh, there's not an opportunity to be rewarded for the work that you do, because we can't offer that to you. There is, so the more work I put in Plexus, well, not only am I rewarded personally, and the people who I help are rewarded because their lives are now changed, but the company then recognizes unselfishly their teams who are sharing the product, because they're not having to pay, for commercials and all the things that if you buy a product out of Walgreens somewhere or Whole Foods or whatever health food store that sells supplements, that store has to, they're paying to have that product in the store. So they they share those profits because it's costing them a lot of money. Whereas the company, the concept of network marketing is the ability to pass on those profits, pass on the money that would be spent for a sales force, for merchandising, for marketing, etc. You pass that on to people instead of these other companies. So you have this opportunity to leverage the people that are selling your products and giving them a reward, giving them a benefit for doing so. And I was just thinking, as I was listening in these leadership meetings today, that's never going to happen in the corporate world. They're never going to be able to do that. They're not going to be able to give you an endless amount of money. They're not going to be able to, send you on some lavish trip, twice a year. They're not going to bring you into the home office and pour into you and offer you free trainings and just invest in your learning and your growth and your personal development. They're not doing that because they view those types of resources that they have to spend as those are finite, those are fixed resources, and it's not available. But in network marketing, you actually get to, there's no ceiling. To me, it is the ultimate, like people, the corporate world to me is the biggest, pyramid scheme of all, because I will never be able to surpass the person who's above me. It's designed so that I will never be able to do that. I don't care how hard I work. I don't care what I do. I'll never pass that person. And so I was just sitting here thinking that for me, while I love the Plexus products and I appreciate the stories and the experiences, and I value the stories and experiences that people have on the Plexus products as I value my own, I really came into Plexus for the business. For me, it was the opportunity to create a life and a legacy for my family that I would not be able to do working in an environment where I'm at a fixed income. I can only work so many hours. I can only show up for I can only show up and do so much. I'm getting a salary, so I'm not getting paid overtime for all this extra work. So there's a limit, there's a ceiling. And I want to be able to share those gifts and that experience and my passion for the work that I do in a way that also rewards me unselfishly. Just like I give unselfishly to the work that I do, I want to be rewarded unselfishly. And so for me, that was really how I came to Plexus, and how I came to net marketing, is this understanding and appreciation for the fact that um, I know that I am meant to have a bigger impact in the world, just as each and every one of you on this call is. There's nothing unique about me. We all are here to leave an impact, leave a mark in some way on the world, or the lives that we touch on a daily basis. You get to decide what that impact is. You get to determine how whether it's your immediate family, whether it's the people that you work with, whether it's the people that you go to church with, whether it's the people that live in your neighborhood, you get to decide the kind of impact that you're going to leave on your community. And why not position yourself to be able to contribute in a way that isn't limited by time, isn't limited by resources? When you're working in a full-time job, you're hindered. I was listening to a story today where this it was a married couple. The husband's grandmother was ill, so they only expected her to live so long. She was diagnosed with cancer, and because of network marketing, he had the flexibility to be available to go get her groceries, to take her on walks, to go to her doctor's appointments, to just spend time talking and hearing the stories, and just reliving history with her, reliving all those memories that at time was invaluable. And he had the flexibility to do that because of network marketing. So sometimes we get caught up in just the things. We get caught up in the opportunities, and a lot of the stuff that you might see, those tangible items you see on social media. But there's some untangible stuff too. He'll never be able to. The time that he was able to spend with his grandmother before she passed, he wouldn't have been able to do that. His life was forever changed and the relationship that he had with his grandmother was forever changed because of his opportunity to understand residual income and understand the business of network marketing. So for me, that's how I ended up. I've always known that business is important outside of my full-time job, but the power of network marketing is just really nothing like the power of residual income, and the opportunity to leverage not only your time, but also the money that you're able to make. So you can't ever get those experiences back. And so I just think all those, there's so much that can be given to you through this business opportunity. So, Dr. Rachel.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Corey. So at some point I dropped off. My internet dropped off. So I don't know. I know that you dropped so many nuggets. I really appreciate you sharing and being so transparent about having those residual, having ways to make residual income. And what I loved about what you said was, and it resonates with me so loudly, is you get rewarded for essentially doing what you already do, or what you would have already done had you not gotten compensated for it. So I wish that I could say that I was so in tune with the business opportunity of Plexus, and that's why I started to share. It is not. I looked up, I started to understand the benefit of how people's health and wellness goals could be reached by having a consistent way to fill nutritional gaps and heal your body at the gut level, and restore your body's ability to heal itself. I just wanted everybody to have the products. And I then started, after I was, going along and sharing for a little bit, I then started to catch the vision of how sharing with more people could change create, not only help me pay for my products, create a margin in my budget, but then allow me to give back to the community in a bigger capacity than I was already doing. And then it just changed the game for me because it was a win-win-win situation. I never felt like I was ever going to be in network marketing. I didn't understand how it worked. It was a big, scam to me, or I was very skeptical because it's like, oh, somebody's going to pressure me to sell something. But pressuring somebody to sell something, um, never crossed my mind about Plexus because it's not about buy my thing. It is about give your body what it needs, a high quality system of products that work together synergistically to help heal your gut. Now, I'm not saying so no supplements can legally claim to heal, cure, diagnose, or treat a disease. What I'm saying is, and what healthcare providers, and even if you're not a healthcare provider, what the company has given us the opportunity to do is with consistency, combine products that help, that are clinically proven to heal the lining of the gut. If you've ever heard of leaky gut, it is a real thing. It causes inflammation in your body at the gut level, but our products have clinically been proven to heal a leaky gut. That means that then your body, your overall inflammation comes down, your body is then able to do the things that it's supposed to do, and then your body can heal itself. So are we it was like, again, it was a no-brainer to me because yes, I can coach you through a disease state. I can counsel you on the appropriate use of medications, what to look for. But there was a big gap in what I was able to do from a wellness standpoint, and that's where Plexus comes in, right? So it's a bridge to help people with the exit strategy off of medications to working with your doctor, or a roadway or a direction not to have to go down that road. Um, and it was just mind blowing to me how, as I was sharing, I was seeing people work with their doctor to get off of their anxiety and depression medications, to work with their doctor to get their blood pressure medications lessened or blood pressure under control, to not to have to get on cholesterol medication, not to have to get on diabetic medication. Plexus Slim was originally designed for diabetics and pre-diabetics to help control blood glucose or keep blood glucose in a healthy range, but control weight with a natural product. Since then, we are coined we're founded in gut health and experts in the microbiome. As the product line expanded, the focus on gut health was evident, and we are the originals, the OGs of gut health. Basically, providing that consistency to be able to unlock your body's natural ability to heal itself. Getting compensated for that is just the icing on the cake. We just went to in my early days in Plexus, I started to catch the vision about the business, and like I shared with you, it was evident to me that then I was going to be able to, donate more to nonprofits that I supported, be able to not only pay for my kids' sports or private school, but on a professional level, I thought that I was going to have to go back out in the field so I can drive a company car, so I could go on company trips, so I can get bonuses. And lo and behold, those things started to come to me through Plexus. I have been to Mexico. I have cruised to Labadee Island, Haiti. I have gone to all over the states. We went to Punta Cana. Just different things I never just even dreamed of, helping people because it's fundamentally what I do, sharing what may change their trajectory of their health and wellness, and in return getting a car stipend, Just trips, just earning gifts like a walking pad, Apple Watch, a crossbody Lululemon, like things that I just generally wouldn't buy for myself. This month we can earn a pair of Ray-Bans. And the Meta Ray-Bans that you can, like, virtual reality. It has a camera on it. I mean, just stuff like that. And you're like, what the heck? You go to school, you get this license, you a lot of times go in debt doing it. You practice for 40 years, you pour into your 401k and you pray that it's gonna be enough when you retire. And then you look up and then go, oh wait, there's more to life than this. And that's where Plex is filling the gap for me. And so I'm going to share my screen. I know it's getting kind of close to the 30-minute mark, which is what we like to do. While I share my screen, I just want to show you a couple more things about what the company has to offer. I will allow for anybody who has questions that are just kind of on the tip of their tongue to unmute and ask the questions while I share my screen. Okay. So how does it work? I think that would be a good. How does this all work? Well, what do you do? Like, how do you start a business with Plexus? I'm so glad you asked. So we, as a VIP customer, you have a referral link. Once you share that referral link and somebody purchases products through your link, you can then upgrade your account to brand ambassador. What does it cost to do that? I'm so glad you asked. It's free. The only difference is upon your annual membership enrollment, instead of $19.95, you will pay $39.95. In order to be commissions, to stay commission qualified and to get paid commissions on the products that your network or your friends and family buy through your link, you have to have a 100 PV, which is, I know, jargon that only we use, but it's around $100 worth of products every month in order to get your commission check. So you pay right now, annual membership, I believe, is either $1 or free. Normally it's $19.95. You get your referral link, and then you get a percentage of that back in commissions. And as long as you have your products that you personally use and your family uses, so in other words, you don't carry any inventory. The company does everything for you. You have your back office as soon as you become a VIP customer. So it's again a no-brainer. There's no catch. There's no, oh, I have to pay another $1,000 to be a brand ambassador. Nothing like that. You just consistently keep your products coming that you are personally using, and you use your link to send it out to somebody. And we have a 60-day money back guarantee on our product. So let's say, for instance, something doesn't work for you. You're like, oh, I want to try another flavor of this, or this didn't really work the way that I expected. You send it back and they give you your money. And that to me speaks volumes on how the company does stand behind our products. Our products focus on the big three: blood sugar, inflammation is the eye, and gut health. And so all the pillars of health and things that support our overall wellness fall under those three categories. And if you can keep consistently addressing these pillars with a quality supplement line that encourages you to make better food choices, encourages you to move more, encourages you to decrease sugar and carb, and it's the SAD, Standard American Diet, encourages you to make better choices, quiets the food noise. Like, people lose once they are on our products, or specifically Slim or Triplex, the combo, consistently, they'll tell you, I crave salad. I used to have a Dr. Pepper addiction. I don't even want soda. I used to have to eat the whole dozen donuts. Now I can eat a half a donut and be satiated. Things like that. And I will say, and I know 'cause I can go on and on and on and on, but I will say with the onset of these weight loss drugs, although Plexus is not only a weight loss company. We have weight loss as one of our pillars in one of our product lines. But with the onset of the GLP-1 agonists, which are the weight loss shots, it is a lot of focus on GLP-1, which we have the ability to improve and increase naturally. And our product line helps us do that. We are empowered to equip ourselves, to our bodies to work the way that we can take the power back. And that's what I love so much about Plexus. The triplex, I talked about that. These are a couple of I want to just go to this. This was a group of our team in Mayacoba, Mexico, on the Emerald Extravaganza team, which I trip, which I have earned a couple of times in my Plexus career. But look at this team and look at the depth. I mean, we have a dentist, we have a former assistant principal, we have a executive from a Fortune 500 company, we have a pastor, we have a Pilates instructor, we have an attorney on our team, because we get it. Health is wealth. And when you can help to change somebody's health and change, it also actually translates into changing their wealth and can change yours. Again, it's a no-brainer. This is an example. I know this says June referral bonuses. I think this was last June, or did I update this? This might be, yeah, this is for June. Just to give you an idea of what it might mean to start sharing your referral link. In the first month, you could get up to I think that this is old because I know we're up to, like, you can refer 3 this month and you can be up to close to yeah, so this must be last year's. Yeah, because that's us at convention last year. So just disregard the higher your referral bonuses become. I told you about how to get started. I think today it is that health is wealth. It is as easy as becoming a VIP customer. It's a highly integrated product line that sells itself. I have enjoyed the opportunity to be able to share these products and this business opportunity with my friends, my family, and my network and my sphere of influence. And I feel like it's definitely my life's work. Thank you guys so much for listening in, tuning in, and please get with the person who invited you to go ahead and get your products selected and get you started. And please share this video or this link. We have so much, and have a great night. Bye, everybody.